All right, so we're just going to do a quick audio test. And it sounds like it's working all right. Good morning, Freedom. Actually, you're going to be in this a little bit, so anybody that doesn't know me, I know there's not many people watching yet, but the point of this is we're going to kind of record it and I'll leave it on the stream. Saturday mornings from now on, I'm going to do just a live video and answer questions, talk about how my week went. So Saturdays there won't actually be a video upload, it'll just be the live recording that stays on the stream. So this week went pretty decent. Was extremely busy at work, but I was able to stick to my 1 meal a day plan pretty well. So I'm happy with that. I've had some issues with my knees and stuff, so exercise has been kind of difficult. So hopefully as I continue to drop the weight, that'll get easier like it did in the past. So for anybody who doesn't know, excuse me, anybody who doesn't know kind of my history, I used to weigh over 500 pounds. At one point I was down around 350, fell off the wagon, 8 or 9 months ago, and gained a bunch of weight back and was sitting around 428, 430. Last couple weeks I've managed to drop down to, I think, 418. There will not be a live weigh-in, and there's no weigh-in this weekend. There will be a weigh-in next weekend. So, all right. So I'm going to start off talking a little bit about OMAD. If you don't know what OMAD is 1 meal a day. Right off the bat, the first thing that happens when I say that is people jump me and say, "Oh my God, you're starving yourself. You're going to gain a ton of weight." That can be true and that can be false. So 1 meal a day is a form of intermittent fasting. And the key to intermittent fasting is consistency. So I'm going to talk a little bit about kind of some tips, tricks, and how it really works. So what it is it is a form of intermittent fasting. And I know a lot of people don't like the F word, the fasting word. I do it a little more serious than others do. Some people do it 22 hours. I try to actually do it for 23 hours. So, and just a quick side note, anybody who has any questions, feel free to throw them up in the chat area. I am monitoring chat, so I can answer those. All right, so intermittent fasting. So the way this works is after 6 to 8 hours of not eating, your body goes from a fed state into a fasted state. So what that means is you've ran out of fuel that was immediately available to you, carbohydrates. That's glycogen, I believe, is what they call it. So so because you still need some type of fuel, the liver starts to produce ketone bodies that it's a fatty acid molecule, and it actually produces, I believe, 25% more energy than the glucose. So that's kind of the idea, is your body stops burning energy that it has readily available, and it starts burning the energy that is stored. After 2 to 3 days of not eating, I shouldn't say not eating, but of being on the intermittent fasting, your body shifts into a primal state of ketosis. So when you're in that state, your body just is really burning stored fuel instead of the readily available fuel. So that's the theory behind how that works. And just so everybody knows, there's a ton of great information out on the internet about that. So please, do your research if you're interested in this. There is a lot of science behind this. There's a lot of science behind any of them that you can take and twist. But this works for me. So the reason I do OMAD is because it works for me. I have this, for whatever reason, I like to feel full. I don't like to feel like I've had a little bit of food and not get full. There's no satisfaction in that for me. So for me, that's really a big part of this, is the actual feeling of feeling full. That's what I get. That's what I enjoy. Unfortunately, food has gone from being something that we did to survive to being something that we do that is a social event. So we eat and we eat, and it's socially acceptable to just eat anytime, anywhere you want, whatever you want. So it's it's just the way it is. So some of the benefits of having one meal a day. There's there's some science, some theory behind when your body goes into that primal state. It actually helps with some of the regeneration of the body and some of the sickness and illness. I do know when I really got strict on my OMAD, I was a lot healthier in general across the board. I wasn't getting sick very much. My blood pressure dropped significantly, healthy levels. Um, I was sleeping way better at night, and I'm starting to get that again, the sleep part. So, but I do need to get my blood pressure back down. So, oh, what other great information can I tell you? So, some other reasons why, and I am reading notes just so you know, but some other reasons why I like OMAD is you don't waste a lot of time cooking because you're only preparing one meal instead of 3 or 6 or 12, however many you eat. Um, it is enjoyable because now I'm getting the satisfaction of feeling full, which I do enjoy. Not sure why my phone's making noise. Your mind stays fresh and sharp. This is kind of an after the fact. So once you get to the point to where you're actually not thinking about hunger all day long, you're really more focused on the things in hand, and it does sharpen your mind, and it makes things. It's kind of like that experience, like if you go and you go on a really long run or exert yourself. That water, when you get it finally, tastes so much better. It's the same with this. Foods taste better. I even like foods I didn't like before. So that's really crazy. Like I'll eat onions on things, or I'll eat more vegetables. I love raw carrots. So that's it makes life experiences just more vibrant. So it's really interesting. You when that so what's really cool is when you're exercising and it kicks in, when you're actually running off your body's energy. It's just like that second stage where you can kick it up a notch. Happens quicker, feels great, and it just after an actual exercise routine, you just feel a ton better. So it's pretty amazing. Some advice if anybody's interested in doing one meal a day, do the best you can, but I would start out doing, instead of like a 23-hour fast or 22-hour fast, start out with a 12-hour fast, start out with a 14-hour fast, work your way up to it. Um, I would eat less carbs, definitely less processed foods, which I'm way guilty of. I mean, do as I say, not as I do. Um, Drink a ton of water, especially in the mornings. You're going to get up, especially the first couple weeks, you're going to feel real hungry. Drink some water, maybe even put a little bit of salt in it to help with, and I mean like sea salt, to help with your electrolytes and things like that. Take a daily supplement. But the key for me is to keep my mind off the hunger pains. So staying busy. I find it much easier during the week when I'm at work than I do at home. Home is my just Achilles heel. It kills me. I'm around my kids eating food all day. I'm a jealous at noon when the dog eats. So it can be difficult. So that is all the information I'm going to give you on one meal a day. In the future, I'm going to try to give you some more specific information on one meal a day. But what I am going to show you real quick is a resource that you guys need to be made aware of. Let me switch over here real quick. So here you should see a website. This website is the OMAD Revolution, and this guy has the most amazing videos, and he's a great guy. I'm not sure he's 100% active as much as he used to be with what he was doing, but he answers questions. I've talked to him a couple of times. He's just a great resource. Go back to the start of his channel and start looking at his videos. Good morning. I can never pronounce your name. Is it Azalea? I think it's a good name, however you pronounce it. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. So, but check out his channel. That's great. So that's kind of my high level OMAD. My plan going forward is to keep doing one meal a day. I probably will refer to it. I will continue to refer to it as one meal a day, but it is a form of intermittent fasting. It is a way to get your body into ketosis. Um, so yeah, and I will continue to get a lot of crap about it, which I'm okay with. People have to question things, or else they make horrible mistakes in their lives. So this next part, which is really funny, I did not know that the freedom in a budget was going to be on this live chat. I really did not know she was going to be here. So I did want to talk about budgeting a little bit and how I've done a horrible job at it. It will get better. It will get easier as I get through some of the, I guess as I get to the healthier stages of the actual food I'm eating, it'll become easier. It's difficult to incorporate it with having 4 kids that are eating more meals in a day, so they have to eat different meals, and it's difficult. Plus, my wife is on a diet that's different than I am, and I could give you 5,000 other excuses too as to why I suck at budgeting. So, my advice to you as far as budgeting goes, and honestly finances in general, is check out Freedom in a Budget. Check out her channel. She has a ton of great videos. I'm a big fan of the Dave Ramsey. It's a process, but he's also does. If you don't know this, I'm sure she does. But Dave Ramsey does streams on YouTube. So check out him. Check out Freedom in a Budget. Tons of great information. So along the same lines of financing, and this has nothing to do with dieting at this point, which I'm not all about dieting. I'm all about me, which is a little vain, but I'm okay with that. I was going to talk about kind of what else I do in my life. So I think I've mentioned that I'm an IT manager for a company, and I manage a group of employees who were responsible for servers and computers and the network and telephones and cameras, and if it has an on switch, we probably support it. What I don't talk about though is I do some investing. I have a drone business on the side, which I know I've talked about, but my wife is a massage therapist. We have 4 kids. We're extremely busy. So one of the things I was gonna, just because I'm excited about it, and I'm not pitching you anything. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm just gonna show you one of my successes recently. So I've always been, well, for probably 5 or 6 years, I've been into the cryptocurrency market for many different reasons, but started with Bitcoins. I moved to Ethereum, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking a language you don't understand, but I've made a decent amount of return on these investments. And one of the investments I just made a week ago was actually in, if you look on this screen here, I'm not sure if you can see it, this top line, it's IOTA, and then there's a slash BTC. And what that is that's called an IOTA coin, which is like a Bitcoin. And that's an investment I made. And then turnaround on that has been, I don't even know, 1,200% or something crazy. So great investment. If you want to get into cryptocurrencies or even stocks and the market, just search this stuff on YouTube. It is just, it's insane. So trying to think of, I know I want to share with you guys kind of more about me, but I'm not quite sure how to do that. It gets confusing because you have people who don't know you on here, you have people that do know you on here, and you're trying to figure out a way to kind of blend that together. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them in the live chat. So it seems odd to invest in money, and that is true. And honestly, the way that all works, the simplest way that works is your money is put up against other money. So if Bitcoin increases in value, so does this currency, or it could drop depending on what the other currencies are doing also. So there's And it's I could talk for hours on all of these different things, but yeah, it is complicated. I agree that. Um, so am I ready for Christmas? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I'm ready for Christmas. Um, this is one of those years where my I grew up. I don't think I had a hard childhood, but I had a realistic childhood. You know, I wasn't handed things to me. I remember when I was younger, one of my Christmas presents was given to me from the Secret Santa group, which was like the National Salvation Army. We were pretty poor when I was a kid, so I grew up not having a lot, and I worked hard, and now I look back at how my kids are, and they are spoiled rotten. So it's like, how do we teach them the values of what's behind Christmas and why we celebrate it? And that's going to be a tough lesson for them this year. So I'm not going to go into too much detail, but their Christmas is going to be significantly different than it has been in the past. So it will still be a great Christmas. We're going to really enforce the family values and what the reason for the season is. So that's as ready for Christmas as I am. We've bought some basic things for the kids. The wife and I have decided to not exchange gifts this year. Which will end up being bull crap, and we'll get each other something. And yeah, but yeah. Oh, we put our tree up too. Wow. So we went and got the tree out of storage, and the tree was filled. Luckily, the tree was wrapped, but in the box itself, there was like a rat's nest, and it was pretty gross. So we don't think the tree was. We don't think it like got mouse urine and stuff on it, but it's still gross enough to where I'm throwing it away when we're done with it this year. So it lasted 3 years. I got it super cheap after Christmas one year. I, I'm not dealing. The one thing I can't stand is I don't mind dog, cat waste, but when you get into rodent waste, I'm out. I don't deal with it. So oh yeah, I saw that too. So uh, four things: something one needs, something to read, something to wear, and something one wants. That is a great. Ah, that is a great idea. Matter of fact, I did read that. I don't remember who posted that. Someone posted on Facebook. Thank you for the reminder because that is definitely something me and the wife are gonna talk about. That's the other thing is, my wife, she's not comfortable with the cameras and stuff, and I totally respect that. So I know a few of you have asked if she would be on this or be part of the channel. She might be in the future when she's more comfortable. She's just not, and I know how she feels. I mean, I'm not comfortable in front of a camera as far as looks and even sound. I don't like the way I sound. I don't like the way I look. I love myself, but I don't like those things. One, I can change the way I look. Um, I'm fine with my actual features and appearance. It's my weight that I don't like. My sound I can't change, so you guys are stuck with that. So, oh, what else is going on? I kind of ran out of stuff to talk pretty quick after 26 minutes of streaming. I can't think. Actually, it's only been 19 minutes. So next Saturday we will do. I will do my weigh-in. I tried to weigh in this week, but I think the batteries on the scale have drained so much that it's just dim enough to where I can't quite read it. I think I read it. I think it was like 216, but I couldn't tell for sure, so I don't want to throw any definite numbers out there. We'll see what it is next Saturday. I am not living to that scale. I don't care that much about that scale. Um, it is just really, I don't care that much about the scale. Um, so how am I streaming? Oh, you don't know the perils I went through to make a stream. It was like I started out with using the NVIDIA GeForce Gamer built-in stuff that you can stream. That didn't work right. Tried a bunch of other things that just was everything just seemed to be a nightmare. So then I'm actually a moderator. I moderate several other channels. Um, How tall are you? I'll get to that in a minute. So I moderate several other channels, and one of them is like a news network, which it's not a big news network, but I just help them with moderation, the mod tasks of watching chats and stuff. But I found out what software they use, and it's called OBS, which is like I don't remember what it stands for, but it's actually an open source. Oh, that's what it is, open source broadcast software. That stuff is so cool. The things you can do with it are really awesome. So um, I'll show you them in a second. But so how tall am I? I am 6'1", and I carry my weight horribly well, which means most people don't realize I weigh this much. Even the doctors, when I go to new doctors, like shocked when I step on the scale. They almost don't believe it. One doctor, I had him make me go to another scale because they thought theirs wasn't working, and it just was. Um, yeah, no, it's not too personal. If I don't finish one thought, I'll never go back to it. But so yeah, no, I'm 6'1". Estimated weight. Well, the definite weight last week was 418 or 419. Right now, I think I'm around that same mark, maybe a little bit less. Um, I wear a 4X shirt. I wear a 52 waist pants. Social security number is not really. I wouldn't tell you my social security number. Yeah, and I've actually so everybody okay. So the big boned thing, which I don't know. My whole life, my grandparents and my parents were like, "Oh, you're just big boned," and it's like, I do have big bones, right? But then everybody's like, "Oh, that's myth. Everybody's bones are the same size." And then you go to the doctor, and the doctor takes an X-ray of your arm after you break it, and he's like, "Wow, you have big bones." So, I mean, there's probably some truth to that, but I'm probably a descendant of some strange ancient giant race that lived here. So. Oh boy. So yeah, some of the other things I do on YouTube, which are all behind the scenes. Let's see if I can do this without looking like a total moron. So I'm gonna share just my screen here with my YouTube stuff, and you'll still be able to see me. So here, if you go to, how when you go to your YouTube channel, it shows you kind of what your recommended stuff based on what you like. Well, right off the bat, it's Trump. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm conflicted when it comes to our president. So I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to get political, but you can see here what I watch. I like to watch stupid videos, prepper videos. I really like Suspicious Observers because he's pretty realistic with some of the things. I like tech videos. Here is the Bargain Hunters. These are guys off from Storage Wars. These are they're my favorite characters on that show, and I really like Colin. He does great videos. Oh yeah, I love prepper videos. I'm a big prepper. I mean, oh my goodness. I used to be a really big prepper. Like I was super paranoid that this was it. I mean, I had gold, I had silver, I had enough ammunition to supply several small armies and partial North Korea army. Don't get me started on North Korea. Had a ton of food, had all these plans, and then I kind of had a mind change that it was more important to prep the mine than it was everything else. Um, so some of I have a lot of people I subscribe to. This is my favorite news channel, Texas News Studio. They're really, um, I have a couple water filters too. I also have enough of potassium iodine in case of nuclear fallout for 20 people for 6 months. So, um, I have some funny stuff. So, but yeah, Texas News Studio, they're kind of like a disaster news network. I love it. I think it's great. I'm a moderator on there. 70 Pounds of Life is one of my favorite people. I just have a ton of great people that I subscribe to. And it's important to subscribe to great people. Back to Chubby, love her. She's great. I watch Barnacules a lot. The dude he's like me. So. Oh yeah, yeah. You got to eat seaweed, right? I mean that's. Ah, sushi. I love sushi too. Uh, who else? So one of Found in Alaska is one of my favorite YouTubers. She's hilarious. I don't know why I subscribe to that Doink Casey Neistat. I hate how that guy can take anything. I don't care what it is and make it a great video. I actually really like Casey Neistat. So, but yeah, you can see I have a ton of people I subscribe to. I watch a ton of videos. Fat Life Unfiltered. She's my buddy. So, ah, so yeah, Jen, it's when stuff hits the fan, it's a scary thought, but it's like it's gonna hit the fan no matter what we do, and the debate becomes: do you stay where you're at or do you go somewhere else? And the answer is that could be different for all kinds of scenarios, and there's a trillion different scenarios. So my thing became this. For me, it's get right with God just in case, and then prep the mind so that no matter what happens, you can adapt and change to what's going on. So those are my those are my tips for prepping. Yeah, a lot of other tips. So many great prepper channels out there. So, oh, what else can I tell you guys? I have, I don't know how to show you that without jeopardizing my. Let me try something here. Let's see. I don't think you can see this screen right now. I'm gonna change this for a second so I can do something sneaky behind the scenes. Let's see, I'm gonna go back to my camera and I'm gonna show you my other YouTube channel, which it's not like a live YouTube channel. It's one I used to just post a couple things to. One of the things I really like doing is I really like metal, which is kind of funny. I'm in a manufacturing um, company where I work, and I don't do anything with metal, but um, I really liked designing and building things when I was younger. I still like it, but I don't get to do it anymore because I never have time. So I do want to show you one of the things I made back in the day when I was a bit younger. Let's see if I can actually get this to work here. Just want to find a video for you. Do that. Let's see here. So hopefully you'll be able to see this video pop here in a second. Hopefully that's it. There it is. Okay. All right. So this is something I made. Wow, I don't remember how long ago it was. 2009. Wow. So this is it's called, at the time I called it Project Scorpion. It's a reverse trike. The rear end is a motorcycle. The front end is a Volkswagen Bug. I took the two together, smashed them together, engineered the components to be able to drive it. Yeah, so that was a fun stuff like that I loved doing, and now I just don't have time. I might have to start making time. So, but yeah, that was pretty cool. I really liked that, doing that stuff. I got rid of my welder. I got rid of everything. I don't, no more time. Uh, oh yeah. So that's a big part too of prepping is like, how do you find food? How do you know if food is good or not? Just because something says it's expired doesn't mean it is expired. Just because something says it isn't expired doesn't mean it's not bad. Um, what kind of things can you eat? Bugs. Yeah, you can eat bugs. I'm not gonna eat bugs, but you can eat bugs. Um, Hunting plays into that. Just how water purification, all kinds of stuff. So Um, I can't think of anything else, so I will talk just today what's going on because there's no video today. There's no video tomorrow. I'm not doing videos on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays I live stream. Sundays I do videos. So, or Monday through Friday I do videos. Sundays nothing. So today is just pretty much lazy day. I'm gonna do my one meal tonight. We're gonna do. Oh, what are we gonna do tonight? That's a good question. I think the kids want mashed potatoes and gravy. My daughter is a mashed potato and gravy freak. If you told her she couldn't eat anything for the rest of her life other than that, she would be happy. And she is a freak when it comes to mashed potatoes. I don't know what to say. She loves them. So I think that's what we're gonna do tonight. I think we'll probably have maybe chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes and gravy, corn, something like that. Maybe a green salad. Watch some Christmas movies. Um, so yeah, I think that's the plan for today. Not this coming week, but the following week, the 18th through the 22nd, I will actually be out of town, and I will be in Grand Forks. So I will still do videos that whole week. And yeah, so question, if anybody can answer me, I don't know if anybody's still around or not, but how is the audio? How was the audio during this? How was the video? Is the quality okay, I guess is what I'm wondering. I know there's a short delay, so it's kind of strange for me to go back and look, but I think that's what everybody deals with when they live stream. So any feedback? Good. Sound is good. Awesome. I'm not too worried about the video quality. I intentionally dropped that down just so it would stream as quick as it could. Awesome. Thank you, Tanya. Is it Tanya? I think it's Tanya. So be thinking of anything you would like to know about me. I'm actually going to end this here in just a minute, but over the week, if there's things you guys want to know, feel free to put them in videos. Tanya. Okay. It's a good name. But yeah, throughout the week, just comment on my videos. Let me know what you guys would like me to talk about on the weekend, and I'll try to put something together. Definitely go check out those people, Freedom in a Budget, OMAD Revolution. Those are definitely channels that have lots of valuable information. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end this stream. I will be back here next Saturday live again, and I should have videos up Monday through Friday this week. So, like always, guys, if you need help, you've just got to ask.